Welcome to Longevity Industries' presentation of the Destiny of Manufacturing podcast. I am your host, Dean Phillips, and we are here live at the University of Memphis. Today I have with me Houston Paul. Houston, welcome.
Hi, how's it going?
Very well.
Good deal. Good to be here.
So right off the bat, tell me what's the most important thing to you as you pursue a career in manufacturing?
As far as referring to like a company-based standard, is that what you're referring to? Yeah, absolutely. So there are a few things. Obviously, salary is going to be a big issue, or not an issue, but a big factor in that. However, if your work environment and then what the company invests in you is not there, for me personally, I don't care how much the money pays at that point. If I don't have a company that the collaboration is there and the investment is there on their part as far as them wanting you to be there, and you wanting to go to work every day because of that environment, it doesn't matter what amount of money that I'm getting paid. If I'm not enjoying it, then I'm probably not going to do it too very long.
Sure. And that's a good point. Tell me, what is your expectation of career salary? So out there range-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually had an offer about 3 months ago for a company. I won't disclose who it is. However, based on, it all varies, obviously, experience level, the specific type of job requirements and that kind of stuff. But the one I was offered was actually 65 starting out, $65K a year for a salary. So somewhere in that ballpark. Obviously, it's experience-based and knowledge-based and that kind of stuff. But around that ballpark is what I'd have to guess.
Excellent. What about benefits and things like that? What are your expectations for things like vacation, time for volunteering, just health benefits and things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, to be a company today, to be competitive, health benefits is obviously going to be a huge thing, especially for family men out there or women. That's going to be a big make or break for a lot of people. As far as vacation goes, you got to have time off. You got to have time to recharge those batteries, come back and have production going at 100% for sure. So adequate vacation time, use the typical 2 weeks for PTO, and then your typical sick days. Sometimes it's like 8 to 10 days for sick days, that kind of deal, just to give it a numerical value at that point. And then a good health package, obviously, to be competitive and draw in higher quality employees. You're going to have a competitive health package for sure with that as well.
Right. Do you think, what is the most important to you, that you fit the company or that the company fits you?
Let's see. Probably that the company fits you specifically. You can fit in that company, but that company can alter one way or the other, or it can be vice versa. But if the company fits you, you both jive better. That collaboration is there, and the longevity is also going to follow up as a direct result of the company fitting you better.
Right. Very good. Do you see, as far as, do you want to have job performance be the most important thing, or is it more important to start off with a higher salary to begin with?
I think performance can drive salary a lot of times. I would put performance over salary. Anytime you perform higher to a higher standard, that salary usually follows up pretty quickly. However, if you come in initially guns a-blazing but don't perform the way you're supposed to and that salary's up there, you can be a expenditure pretty quickly at that point. So I would definitely say performance or even hard work will outwork a lot of tough talent out there a lot of times. So that performance I would put well over the salary for sure.
Very good. What about your interest in like a work home balance?
Yeah, that's huge. I'm actually there's very few people out here that there's only a handful of us, I'll put to that way, that are either married or have kids or whatever. And I've been blessed to be married for 4 years now. So family's everything. Thank you. Appreciate that. Family is absolutely everything for me. And I've actually given up pretty big offers and jobs in my short career path now that conflict with family time. So family is everything to me. They're pretty much all you got in this life. So it's a huge make or break deal with me personally. Absolutely. If that work house life balance, family life balance is not there, then I'm not going to be with that company long. I'm sorry. You can't ask me to put work in front of my family, in more cases than not, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry.
Right. Do you think the company culture, is it more important to have a collaborative culture or to have a top-down?
I would say absolutely a collaborative. I mean, that's going to drive everybody to want to help each other out. When you got somebody else's back, it really drives production levels up. It drives morale up, which then drives production levels up even more. So that collaboration with everybody working with each other, covering down for each other, having each other's back, really will up that production level a lot more, I think, than other methodologies for that.
Okay. Is it, when you look at companies that you see out there, do you see what you can contribute to them as far as information and, let's say, even helping to make the culture better? Mm-hmm. Or do you look at it from the standpoint of what that company is going to do to help you reach your goals?
I don't think it has to be one or the other, honestly. I think it's one thing that the company can help you, they can invest in you, but then if they invest in you in order for you to reach your goals, that you can turn around and invest in that company, bring a culture. And then one thing with my generation, and I'll speak because it is my generation, so I can do this appropriately, is work ethic. If you bring a harder work ethic than others and bring that to the table and bring that culture to the table and invest in that company, I think it's appropriate for them to then invest in you. But I think it's a lot of give and take at the same time, meeting in the middle, that kind of stuff. So I don't think it's one or the other. I think it's a little bit of a mix of both. Excellent.
And take a look at these, and what order would you put these in?
I would probably put number one, so going from most valuable to least valuable, I would put ensure all feel invested in the company. That would be a big thing. If you feel invested into your likeliness of being there on a longer basis, a longer scale is going to be a lot higher. If you feel invested into, you feel cared for, that kind of stuff. If they're checking in on you, hey, how's your family doing? Well, how's your work-life balance? All that kind of stuff going. You're going to be more prone to stay with that company. That's just the way it is. That's facts. Yeah. From there, I would probably want to go with build a formal training program. That first one, if you feel invested into, then you're going to be more likely to want to learn more, to want to better that company. So if you have a formal training program, you're more likely to buy into that training program if you feel invested to. So those goes hand in hand, I think, but I would definitely say invested first, then build a formal training program. After that, I would do foster communication. Communication is a huge thing, whether it be from bottom up, top down, whatever it is. If you can't effectively communicate from one level to the next of what you want done, then your production and everything overall, your morale, everything in that company will suffer from that. So communication is a huge thing, and it has to be mastered in order to be producing at your top levels. From there, I would probably go with create a collaborative work environment. With that, everybody has to be working together. I mean, if everybody's out to get everybody else, where they're all worried about just themselves and not worrying about helping other people out, whatever the project is, if you're project manager and making sure everybody's working together effectively, if that collaboration is not there, then that production is also going to suffer, and then that company's going to suffer. And then financially, you're going to lose money from people not working the most effectively because of that collaboration. And then the last one, provide regular and immediate feedback. I think that one I would put last, and the only reason I would put that one last is because I feel like that and foster communication. If you foster communication effectively, then that provide regular and immediate feedback would fall within communication. If I'm communicating what's going on in an effective way, and I'm communicating that to whoever it is, whoever it's my boss or somebody working for me, I think fostering that communication would then provide the regular and immediate feedback that you would need to be effective.
Excellent. Well, we're just about out of time here, and I really do appreciate it. Tell me one more time what your final goal is for 20 years from now.
My final goal from 20 years from now, hopefully I'll be in maybe upper levels of management on some manufacturing thing. I'm going to active duty come May. I'm actually on active duty orders starting in May for the Army, so we'll see if I'm still riding that gig or not. If not, then hopefully a management manufacturing job would be awesome.
Excellent. Well, good luck to you. Thank you, Houston. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.